and welcome to Property Hotline on India's first property channel, Magicbricks Now. I'm Kavita Krishnan. Today we are answering all your questions related to buying, selling and investing in property with AS Sivaramakrishnan. Shiva is the head of residential services at CBRE. He joins me from Bandrakula complex today. Shiva, welcome to the show. Let's get started with an email question that's come in.
Thanks, Kavita. Pleasure.
Right. So, NN Krishnan has written in to us via email. Now, he says that he wants to buy 2 BHK at Provident Green Park in Selvapuram near Muthuswamy Colony, Coimbatore. He wants to know more about the project and the developer. He also wants to know the current rates of this project. Now, Shiva, I believe Provident Housing is a Puravankara Group company.
Absolutely. Provident Housing is the affordable segment housing of Puravankara, and they've launched their first project in Chennai in Tamil Nadu about a few years back, around 2009, and they're a fairly established player in South India as far as the affordable housing is concerned. And if you look at from a Coimbatore perspective, this project is in Selvapuram, and it varies from a price point of close to about 3,700 to close to about 3,800. This project will be close to about 5 to 6 kilometers from Gandhipuram, which is the center point of Coimbatore. It's a decent project to look at and invest in this location. The only aspect is that since the affordable housing segment, the social infrastructure needs to pick up in that area. But overall, it's a nice project to look at. The other aspects includes the sizing varies from about 540 square feet to close to about 1,100 to 1,200 square feet. And it has all the amenities which any good project will have. So overall, it's a very good project to look at in a city like Coimbatore.
Right, very good project to look at over there, Mr. Krishnan. Shiva, also tell me something, the affordable housing segment as such, something that a lot of developers are currently looking at. Now, this is ideally for the end user, to enable the end user to buy a home within their budgets. But you also have a lot of people looking to invest in these projects. You know, they're looking at it as an affordable investment in that sense. Does it make sense to invest in an affordable housing project? What is the upside that you can get? Because prices ideally would be capped at a certain level.
Yeah. So Kavita, affordable housing can be of two aspects. One could be affordable in pricing and also could be affordable in sizing. And when these two aspects synergize, it becomes a perfect affordable housing. Many times what we've seen is that the developers cut the size without cutting the pricing, and it make it affordable. But there are projects where we've seen the developers try to cut the cost by getting into various aspects of technology, optimizing the construction there, and try to bring down the pricing. So what happens is the pricing also will go hand in hand with the sizing. So it becomes a fantastic product. So as far as the type of customers coming in this project, yes, you are right. In certain locations, we are finding that both investors and end users are coming in terms of the buy is concerned. And then we call the investors as quasi end users. They behave like end users, but they are long-term investors who keep the product for more than 7 to 8 years. The aspect why the investors are coming is basically because the affordable housing currently you're seeing in the peripheries. So it makes the capital value to the reach of the investors. So the salaried class who cannot afford a certain budget point, they use this as a tool to enter into real estate and invest in these products. Plus, the yields also is reasonably good in terms of affordable housing is concerned. So we are seeing a mix of both end users who need those kind of product to use the product, as well as investors to make good yields as well as a long-term investment.
Right. Shiva, you're saying good yields, and I'm assuming the rental yields, but very quickly tell me this. Is there sufficient upside in these projects as well in terms of capital appreciation?
Yes, Kavita, I'll tell you the reason being. See, the affordable segment is currently priced anywhere between about 25 lakhs to about 40-50 lakhs in these peripheries. I'm talking about cities like Bangalore, Hyderabad, Pune, Chennai. These are the products I'm talking about. And the rate at which these kind of products, which is about 25 lakhs to 50 lakhs will be far better than a product which is about 1 crore. So that also gives a lot of impetus for investors to look at these kind of products. So upside is definitely there, and also the when I talk about the yield are reasonable, you'll get close to about 2.5 to 3% as yield, which is a reasonable and average yield rental yields you'll get in residential real estate. So overall, it's good for end users because it brings in affordability. For investors, it brings in a long-term investment tool as well as a yield for short term.
Right. So key takeaway over there, if you're looking at affordable housing projects as an investment bet, it is a good investment bet. It gives you a good rental yield, and also if you hold it for long enough, you need to hold it at least for 7 to 10 years. Then it will give you decent capital appreciation as well. We have Ravi who's dialed in from Delhi. Ravi, how can we help you?
Yeah, hello, ma'am. So basically, I'm looking for a 2+30 kind of flat for my own use in Noida extension area.
Okay.
So I have already visited and I have seen a few projects like I have seen Casa Green over there. I have seen La Residencia. I have seen AS City as well. Now, out of all these three projects, I like Casa Green. I like the La Residencia and AS City. But now when I just compare pricing and sizes and based on that how many rooms or how many basically the structure of the flats, I preferred La Residencia over AS City because in La Residencia they are providing me 3 BHK in 1170 square feet, while in AS City I have to go for 1325 square feet for 2+30 kind of flat. So now, but again I have little concern over builder because La Residencia there is a name of Amrapali, and there are lots of concern in the project they have already developed in Noida center area like Amrapali, Silicon Valley, and Amrapali Zodiac. So I'm just little concerned about that. Whether should I go with Amrapali La Residencia, which is already delivered and it's already ready to move project, phase 1 of that project, or should I go with AS City?
Okay, tell me something. The other project that you're talking about, apart from La Residencia, I'm sorry I didn't catch the name of it. Who is the developer over there?
AS City.
AS City. Okay.
Yeah,
and you said you have visited the sites for both the projects.
Yeah.
Have you seen construction activity in these projects?
So La Residencia, they have already delivered it. Families are already living in phase 1 project. Almost I think 20-30 families are already residing. And AS City, they would be going to deliver in December this year itself, and they are working on very hard because I just visited in the evening at around 9 p.m. and the work was still progressed on the site. So I believe that in terms of deliver, I think AS City will also. They look good in that way. But again, the pricing on pricing side, that one AS City one looks costly to me because. For 1325, their rates are around, I think, 3600, 3700.
Right, Ravi, let me get in Shiva over here. So Shiva, he's obviously done his homework. He's gone and visited the construction site at 9 p.m. in the night. Smart moves there. What would you say? What should he choose?
See, the best part about this customer is that he has done his good homework, and he has also decided to buy a property which is ready to move in or on the verge of getting completed. That's a fantastic decision as far as the buying in NCR region is concerned. And with respect to, if you really ask me, 3 aspects which stands out while picking up the project is the quality of the construction, the delivery aspect. The third aspect is the sizing and the pricing, whether it suits the customer or not. And if these 3 aspects are fulfilled, I think the customer should look at it and go and buy. See, there could be a case where, the delays we have seen in some of the projects, some of the developers, due to the cash flows, due to the current the economic scenario, some of the projects in some regions like NCR, in any city, for example, across India has been delayed. But if this project by Amrapali is completed and it's ready for possession, and if he likes the pricing, if he likes the sizing, I think he should go for it at the end of the day. And because delivery is not a concern here because it's already completed. So if the quality is good, if the sizing and the pricing fits into the requirement of the customer, I think you should go ahead. At the end of the day, whether to choose between A project or B project, I think that's a decision that the customer has to take, considering all the aspects and all the facets of the requirement that he have. And I think it will be improper on my part to come and saying that go and buy A grade, this developer or that developer. At the end of the day, on a generic terms, if it fulfills these aspects, which is delivery, which is your quality, which is the pricing and sizing, which means affordability for the customer, I think you should go and make the decision.
Right, Ravi, Shiva's giving a very safe answer there. But essentially what he's saying is, you need to look at what suits you best at the end of the day. And also, since you've already seen, you visited the construction site, you've seen activity over there, I will give you one tip over here. Another thing that you could do is also speak to other, buyers in that particular project itself. People who've already, you said that one phase has already been given, the position has been handed over. You can speak to those buyers and ask them how much time it took. That would give you enough feedback to work from. And of course, we don't need to tell you this. If you're going to sign that agreement, ensure that a lawyer looks through it, right? Make your decision and then ensure a lawyer goes through that agreement and then sign on the dotted line. We have another viewer who's calling in from Mumbai. Pratik, go on.
Hi. So my query is, so I have already visited property and I have already selected. So it's Lodha, Palava city. So in that city, they have two phase. One is in Casa Rio and the other is Casa Bella. But I went for some under construction property, which is Lakeshore Green. So they said they'll give a possession of this property in December 27, but I highly doubt this. So because based on the previous customers' reviews, so they said they never give possession on time. But apart from my query is, so I'm getting 1.5 BHK, whose carpet area is around 600 square feet and the overall build-up area is around 747. So in 44 lakh complete, including registration and everything. But here in Lakeshore Green, which is under construction property, they are giving in 49 lakh. So I'm not sure whether I should go for ready to move under 1.5 BHK in 45 lakh or I should continue to invest in this under construction property, which is of 49 lakh, but this is 1 BHK. The build-up area is same, carpet area is somewhere around 500. So I'm a little bit confused whether I should go for ready to move, which is 1.5 BHK, but here under construction property, but the location will be a little bit different. Yeah.
Right. Pratik, you have kind of answered your question in your query itself. You did point out that other buyers have told you that the delivery track record has not been very great with this project. However, let's get the expert in. Shiva, what would you suggest? Should he go for ready possession, which is a 1 BHK, or should he go for a 1.5 BHK, which he can afford because it is under construction?
See, Pallava is a very large project. It's a city within the city. And as we speak, if I understand correctly, Lodha would have given close to about 19,000 units, 17,000 families are staying, and they have completed the construction for close to about 21,000 units. It's a very large project, and it's close to about 4,000 to 4,500 acres of the project, and they've consumed close to about 1,100 to 1,200 acres as of now. And this Lakeshore, the project which the customer is talking about is the one which has been recently launched, is under construction. So it's a very large township, self-sustained project. It's a fantastic project. The way they've created the township is phenomenal. With all amenities, schools, mall, retail, every aspect which you see within the city you can find out in Pallava. Yes, he is right. There was issues in terms of delivery is concerned, but I'll give a small different perspective to the whole thing. I would suggest, since it's a large project and there are enough resale units which are available between close to about 39 lakhs to 42 lakhs for 1.5 to 2 BHK in Pallava today. So I would suggest, if you have an issue in terms to see whether whether the project will be delivered on time. It will be appropriate for the customer to look at the resale property which is available in that particular project also. But as a project, they've delivered well. The quality of the constructions to be great extent is decent, and it has all the aspects which a large township project must have and should have. So it's a good project to be in a place like Thane.
Okay, good project to be in, in a
close to
place like Thane, and like like Shiva just told us, you should probably consider looking at the resale market as well. And we do know that in the resale market too, it's not just developers who are offering good deals right now to home buyers. Resale market, investors who've bought property and are trying to exit them are also giving equally good deals because they want to exit out of the property, and in most cases they have done pretty well with that property, right? Moving on, we'll now move on to Shailendra Prabhu's question, who's written in through email. Now he says that he has 3.5 acres of agricultural dry land in Tarun Hunse village, which is in Jalahobli, Yelahanka Taluk in Bengaluru. Now he wants to know the current market value for the land here. This is Yelahanka. So I'm guessing it makes sense to buy land over here right now. There's a lot of development happening over here, Shiva.
Yeah, Yelahanka is a happening place as far as Bangalore is concerned. There are a lot of projects being planned in that area. If I understand correctly, it all depends upon where exactly the land is. The land rates hover around between 1,800 to 3,000 rupees per square feet as far as the plots is concerned. But if you are going to acquire an agricultural land, it all depends upon the aspects like FSI, the legal title, the encumbrances, all aspect comes into play as far as the buy of an agricultural land is concerned. But what we can safely say about this location is it's a good location. It's projected to be the location which can give you appreciation, returns in future. A large prominent developer in that area is planning close to about 450 acres of warehousing. There is a riding school in that area. There is an international school also. So it has all the elements which can give you appreciation in future. It's a good location, but as far as the piece of agricultural land is concerned, it depends upon various aspects, which includes the road width, which includes the FAR that the landlord can get. So I leave it to the judgment in terms of all these aspects before taking a decision as far as the land piece is concerned. But the plots are going anywhere between 1,800 to 3,000 rupees per square feet here, depending upon again the location, how far it is from the highway. It all depends on those aspects. But it's a good location to bet on. It's a good micro market to look at for the future.
Right. But Shiva, if you are looking at a location like Yelahanka, where you just mentioned that there is a huge commercial project that is coming up over here, you're obviously looking to make some commercial use of that particular piece of land. Why would you opt for agricultural land? Wouldn't it make more sense to buy an NA plot in a market like this?
I don't know what exactly the customer is looking at. Is he looking at in terms of end use, buying a small plot area, looking for appreciation over a period of time, or is he trying to buy a large chunk of land in terms of agriculture? So if he go a land from the agriculture or the agriculturalist, you get it at a good price. Then he clean up the land in terms of the coming from wet to dry. The zoning change has to happen. All these aspects needs to be done before you make it as saleable or marketable. So it all depends upon the customer's choice. So if he's only looking in terms of appreciation, simple real estate investment, there are a lot of plotted development available in that area, hovering around 1,800 to 3,000 rupees per square feet.
Okay. So if you want to put it to commercial use, that is something that you need to keep in mind, that you will eventually have to apply to change it from agricultural land to a non-agricultural land. You'll have to change the zoning on that particular plot of land. Only after you do all of those can you actually commercially exploit that land. Otherwise, all that you can do on this piece of farmland is farm, right? Anchal Alreja has called in from Pune. Anchal, how can we help you?
Hi, congratulations to the Times team for the very super speciality channel.
Thank you.
I would like to know if Zerbia, Hinjawadi near Dattewadi, Marunji Road would be a good investment option.
Zerbia, Hinjawadi,
near Dattewadi, Dattewadi,
right.
Marunji Road.
Let me get
it was
Shiva
the
in.
first
Let me get Shiva in. Zerbia Hinjewadi, we've already spoken about affordable housing earlier in the program, in the show tonight, in fact. Shiva, what is your call on this particular project?
See, but let's look at Pune as a market. Pune as a market is a very stable market, and you're talking about Hinjewadi. Hinjewadi is driven because of IT, ITS, and the automotive segment or the manufacturing segment at this juncture. And Exerbia is a fast-growing company with a lot of focus on affordable housing, and they have delivered some of the projects. They're focusing on delivery for a long time. So I would suggest it's a good bet to be in if he's looking in terms of investment. Yes, you will get returns if you're a long-term investor. If you're an end user, you will get a nice product in terms of the good capital value is concerned. And also the fact that it is as Hinjewadi as a location also is improving with the new retail stores coming in. The social infrastructure has been improving in last 7 to 8 months time. So in overall, it's a good location to be in. And Exerbia as a developer is also is a decent company with a good track record.
Right, and those are the prices of Hinjewadi for you, Anshul, over there on the screen. Let me tell you, these are average prices, averaging around 5,705 rupees per square foot. I'm sure the Exerbia project that you're looking at is priced a little lower, but you know, it can't get better than that. You're getting affordable houses and you're getting it in an IT hub, which means you will get steady rental returns as well. You can also look at capital appreciation. So all in all, it should be a good bet. Right. Moving on, we have an email query. Pradeep Muddi has written in, says he wants to buy a 3 BHK flat around Harloor Road and Kasavanahalli Main Road in Bengaluru. Now, his budget is around 90 lakh rupees to 1 crore. Primary reason he's chosen these areas is because it is close to Koramangala and Marathalli, where he works. Now, he's shortlisted classic landmark. He wants to know if this is a good project to buy into. He also wants other property suggestions as well. So that's quite comprehensive research that he's done, Shiva. What would you suggest? Is classic landmark a good project to buy into?
See, Kasavanahalli is the start of the Hosa Road. It's off Sarjapur Road. And these are location which has been doing well for last 24 to 36 months time and continue to do. Our outlook is that these micro markets will do well in next 2 to 3 years also. And the prices hover around in Hosa Road between 3,500 to 4,000 rupees. The Kasavanahalli, which is the beginning of Hosa Road, hovers between 4,000 to 4,500 rupees per square feet. And this classic landmark project is a good project. In fact, it's quite interesting that the elevation also is done quite differently. And he has delivered a few projects within the city, but he has put a lot of effort, a lot of energy into this project. This is one of his largest and project among the projects that he delivered. He wants to make it as a signature project. Looks good with respect to the pricing, looks good with respect to the micro market, and I think you should go ahead and with the investment. But there are a lot of other opportunities also, since you've asked. There is SGR Blue Waters, there is SNN Raj project, there is Pua's project is also available. There is other projects like Kirti Regalia, there is Bren Imperial. There are a lot of projects that you can actually choose from this micro market. But Classic Landmark also is a good project which you can actually seriously bet on and look at it.
Right, and that is a kind of insight you get from an expert on the market. You know, like Shiva pointed out, that this is a project that this particular developer is taking his reputation on. For that particular developer, Classic Landmark, the project that you've chosen, this is a project that he's betting everything on, and he's giving it his giving it his all, which means that you can also look at that project as a good and a safe investment bet. However, you did ask for other options, which Shiva is giving you. Tushar Ruhela has written on our website now, and he says that he's looking for an immediate or close to ready to move in 3 BHK property in Gurgaon. He shortlisted Bestech Park View Ananda, Vatika 7 Lamps, and DLF New Town Heights 2. Now, he says that he prefers Parkview Ananda, where he's getting a 3 BHK sized 1,660 square feet in 93 lakh rupees. The only disadvantage is that there are no shops inside the complex. He wants to know which property is better for end use. So what would you suggest, Shiva?
Kavita, if you ask me, all the 3 projects are from all good developers with good track record, and I think there is no much of comparison to choose between these 3 projects. 3 are good. At the end of the day, Kavita will come back and tell me that I'm doing a very safe play here, but at the end of the day, it's a customer's choice. What exactly fits in for him? It's the pricing, the sizing, the requirement, which and the kind of plan that that the developer has provided. It varies from one customer to another customer. It's highly relative in nature. If at the end of the day, I'm sure that he's done a good homework in that area, and he has visited these 3 sites. At the end of the day, if these 3 things matches, the sizing, the pricing, and the plan, as well as the quality of the construction, I think you should go with that one project. These 3 projects are equally good. I'll leave it to the customer's judgment with respect to these 3 aspects which are fundamental for residential buying.
Right, all 3 projects are equally good, but look at the sizing, the pricing and the plan before you take a call. That is Shiva's answer to your question. We are running out of time here on Property Hotline, but let me give you our key takeaways for today. Here's what we've learned. Affordable housing could also be a good investment bet. Its low capital value means that you get good rental yield. However, you need to hold on for a longer time. You need to hold on for minimum 7 to 10 years to get good capital appreciation in these projects. Right? Thank you very much, Shiva, for joining us, for giving us all those insights. If you have any questions related to real estate, whether it's about buying, selling, investing in property, legal issues, tax-related property issues, or home finance queries, you can reach us. IDs are flashing on your screens. We'll get the country's top experts to answer each and every one of them. That's a promise. Thank you for watching a Property Hotline. Keep watching Magicbricks Now.
You can watch live TV on our website mpnow.in. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/magicbricksnow. And don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at magicbricksnow. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/magicbricksnow.